Hi, I'm Matt Kramer with TacticalTalks.com, and today I want to give a shout out to my good friend Joe Rodriguez. I met Joe earlier this year in the 2015 Toastmasters International Speech Contest. We ran into each other at a club where we were going to be practicing our speech out. Well, right off the bat, I noticed that Joe was very motivational, very inspirational, positive mindset about everything, and he was super ambitious. And it's not every day that you find somebody like that, so when you see these traits in somebody, you immediately take notice. So I asked Joe, I said, hey, you want to go meet up later this week or in a couple weeks and see what we're working on? Maybe there's something we could work together on. So we met up at a Starbucks a couple weeks later, and he's telling me about the things he's working on, and then he asked what I'm working on, and I'm like, I'm working on a website. I wrote a bunch of blog posts too. They're already ready to go. I got to wait for my website to be perfect, basically. And he looks at me and says, Matt, what are you waiting for? And I'm like, well, just a couple things with the website. They're already in motion and they're almost going to be done. And then I'm going to start launching blog posts. And then he asked me again in the same tone of voice. He says, Matt, what are you waiting for? And that one caused me to think a little bit about it and to think about the real reasons that I was waiting, which were all fear-based reasons. I didn't want to make an error. I'm a perfectionist, so I don't like to release things until they're absolutely perfect. And that hurts progress. It doesn't let me get out as much as I'd like to because I'm constantly trying to figure everything out and make sure it's perfect before moving on it. Joe's the exact opposite. And so with his words, the end of the week, I decided to launch my first blog post. Launch my website and my first blog post. And it wasn't easy. It was a difficult thing to do because, like I said, I'm a perfectionist. But I did it. And once I did that, it started to become easier and easier to just release things. Just stop trying to make it perfect. Just go for it. And that's what Joe can help you do. He has a way with words. He has a way of motivating you, saying the right thing to get you to take that next step instead of planning to death and never releasing it, never getting anything done. And I know Joe can do that for you like he's done it for me. And I always ask Joe when I get into these little snags, and he always says the right thing to get me to move on it. So now I ask myself, what would Joe do? It's an easy thing to do because I know what Joe would do, and that's take massive action. He'd take action. If there's a mistake, he'll fix it, but take action. And so that's the mindset that I try to get from Joe, and he can help you with that too. So if you're on the fence about him, I completely recommend Joe. He'll get you to take that action. Believe me.